We return on this episode of Spooky Door. And by that I mean Super Metroid.
No, Spooky Door is a better...
I mean, look at this thing.
Welcome back. Today we're going to fight Nurgle.
Real actual Nurgle. And by real actual Nurgle we mean Kraid. But he's...
You know what they say. It's... You wake up in the morning for the Emperor.
You wake up for the Emperor. See, this is another point of good game design. Up until now we've seen Grey Door means kill all enemies, but we notice there's no enemies in the room. So we're like, well, why won't this door open? And you try to figure it out, but eventually you just go on. And as you go through, you maybe try to kill these guys and then go back, but the door still won't open until you kill the boss of the area, which is our close and personal friend. I always wondered why there's a random just log just with spikes. Like, what's up with that guy?
I don't know. I guess they felt like they needed a little something extra in there.
Yeah, that wasn't a hypothetical question or anything. I literally have never understood why they put a log there with spikes. Is it supposed to be just one really big vine? Like, why does it look like just a piece of a tree? I don't know. I don't know. But there's one there too.
Oh yeah, okay. They got more than one in there. I guess that's to show you that these are indeed vines. This is a plant-infested room.
It is a very planty area. One of my favorite little nods, if you played the original Metroid, you know who Kraid is. So you see these needles, you're like, oh man, these needles, and you see. I'm trying to go slow and not ruin it. So you see this guy, you're like, oh man, it's Kraid, because back in the original Metroid, he wasn't like he was the same size as you because the game couldn't do huge pixels. So you shoot him a few times, you're like, well, that was kind of underwhelming. You see a Grey Door, you're like, I'm just gonna keep going, I guess.
Yeah, you basically just like killed his son.
Yeah, you see that little thing, you're like, oh man, it's Kraid just from the original. The game's really interesting because it puts this restock station here, but if you go up, there is a actual recharge station that's not on the map. Plug yourself in, get a little. Wow, we're already at 45 missiles.
Jack it in, Mega Man.
Mega Man, jack in, execute. Shout out to Mega Man Battle Network. You're great. You're a great series. Oh my god.
Like, who the hell's that guy?
He's just a dude.
Did he turn to jelly?
Yeah, I always wondered that. Like, what's with the orange goop?
Because I mean, if it was red, I mean, I guess they didn't want it to be red. Because I guess
you know who he is? He's Space Moeen.
Poor Chaplin, brother. We shall avenge you.
Be here and
foul Xenos.
There's the big boy.
Oh no, it is Kraid. Kraid Williams.
Oh. And then you're like, oh, he big. He real big. Those tummy holes. His tummy holes.
Watch out for the fingers.
He shoots fingers in it. He shoots fingers at you.
Little boomerang claw fingers.
I will say, I always wish Kraid was harder than he is. I mean, oh my god. He's not behaving. Can you just not?
Nope.
Just not.
Nope. This makes it more interesting. There we go.
I love him to death, but he could have had more health. I mean, even me at age 5 has never lost to that fight. Not once. He takes like 5 missiles. It's not much.
No.
It's really not. And now we have Very Suit. Now we red boys. We red boys up in here. Very Suit gives us the wonderful ability to survive in heat. Heat is no longer our enemy. It also makes us take less damage. Which, I didn't mean to jump into the spikes, but it just emphasized my point. Nice baby Kraid, he's back. He's like, my daddy has... He's not really doing much. Oh.
Oh, there we go. Now he's dead.
I was like, is he just sad?
I mean, I would be.
There's always wondered why they had eyes.
Welcome to the Viper Wall.
Viper, teeth wall. Teeth wall welcomes you. See, you called me out on thinking the wall had swords, but the wall had spikes and teeth. Sword wall's not that strange anymore, is it?
It's still strange in that room.
It's a little strange. I mean,
you see plants and shit everywhere, and you think, man.
I was 5. 5-year-old me knew what swords were, but not what larvae was. And now this door's open. This room just seems like a trap room. These guys just hug you, and then you just gotta do that. Energy tank, though. If you ever don't know what to do in a Metroid game, just lay bombs. Bombs will usually help you. And if that doesn't work, shoot everywhere. And if you still think a room is empty, you probably are just wrong. The developers of Metroid games never just do a blank room. There is something hiding there. With Various in tow, we can now go do plenty of fun things. Like Norfair. Norfair is not a fun place. I hate Norfair. I've always hated Norfair.
Norfair is an awful little place, but it is, in my opinion, not the worst place in this game.
What we're going to do is we're going to take off high jump boots. And by high jump boots, they're really more like pointy spats, I guess. Look at that. They're just attached to the shoe. And we can jump high.
Man. Yeah, it's just like reverse spats.
Yeah. We're gonna do some knockball fun stuff. Slide right on in there. And normally, if we didn't have Various with this, the wavy temperature of this room would make us lose health at a pretty consistent speed.
Well, watch out for the graboids.
We're gonna do that too to speed
that
things
one
up.
right there confounds me. Because, like...
Where is its body? Is it just a face on the wall? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
We got Ice Beam. You're supposed to not have Ice Beam until you get Speed Booster, but getting Ice Beam this early is not really game-breaking. It's just... I love that sound effect.
Yes.
It's always been a favorite of mine.
Because, but no, like, I know those things are supposed to be, like, burrowing creatures. They hang out the wall and they outstretch to grab shit.
They never did that until Fusion. They never did the stretchy thing until Fusion.
Really?
Yeah, in Super Metroid, they're just wall faces.
I could have sworn.
Nope, they're just mysterious wall faces.
Love Rocket Turtle.
Right?
I think he's like my favorite thing.
I love how this game gives you a new power-up and then makes you use it to escape your predicament. It's a really good way of teaching you what the thing you just got does. Because you get Ice Beam, and then you get lava, and you're like, oh, how do I get out of this lava?
No, it's
I freeze
easy.
this thing right by this door.
Freeze these things, make your own path.
Yeah. I should probably turn back on high jump boots. I was like...
Yeah.
It took me a second. I was like, why can't I jump up here? By the way, do you know what Ice Beam looks like without Spazer? Super Metroid is one of the only games you can individually turn things off.
It's a really cool feature.
Like it's just one little snowflake.
You shoot a little snowflake trail.
I really like the... I'm not going to leave it like this, obviously, because Spazer's better. But I really like the spinning, like the laser disc of ice. Ice shuriken kind of deal. It's a nice aesthetic. I believe the missile is on the second one. Yeah?
Yes?
I probably should have shot it. But
There
it's
you
okay.
go. But hey, look, the lava went away.
For now. Yeah, if your health was ticking down right here, that would suck.
Yeah. Oh, now you're dying.
Yeah, it's fine. It didn't do much. Really?
Yep.
Okay, give me a super missile. What a bro. We're gonna take some damage. We're gonna skip some of this. Could have gone the top way, but that just takes time.
Yeah.
Go to this here save. which you don't really need to save, but I'll do it just because. Saving's never a bad idea. In the Sprite, she has the spats.
She does.
But she also has them even if you don't have high jump boots.
Yeah.
What we're going to do here is we're going to do an ice. Oops.
We're going to do an ice, and it was literally an ice oops.
It was an ice oops. So, again, you're not supposed to have ice beam right here, but if you do, you can get up here, which there's another grappling hook spot. And this doesn't really get us anything game-breaking, it's just a nice little place to go.
Yet again, more missiles.
A lot of missiles. There's a lot of missiles, folks.
I mean,
you'll
this area is very is very interesting in design because it's all right. We need a new area for this.
Ignore that. You know what? Just I'm sorry. I'm dropping the ball here.
You had a little trouble there.
I did.
Yeah. But anyway, like I was saying, all right. So yeah, here's a good point. So now we're back into like this room, where it's like, you know, very magma cave. You can see like the roiling heat waves in the background. Whereas if you go back to the other area,
where are the bubbles?
It's just all right. Let's make green bubbles.
Green goo bubbles.
Goo bubbles.
By the way, you might notice that there's a dot on the map. It shows you whenever there's an item in the room. But the developers are kind of jerks because it won't show you if there's 2 power-ups in the room, and they'll do something like that. Why does that one rock have a missile? Who knows? But, there's literally nothing telling you that it's there. Because if you see the dot, you're like, oh, there's an item somewhere in this room, I gotta find it. And then you find it, and what's to say there's not 2? Or 3 sometimes. You just gotta explore, shoot everything. If you're ever lost, just shoot everything.
You know what this area reminds me of? What was that that rhythm puzzle game for the PSP? Is it? No. That wasn't a puzzle game.
Well, it's my favorite rhythm game for the PSP. Can you just?
Was it Luminescence or something? It was like, you know, it played like, you know, some nice like beats. Luminous.
Yeah.
That was it. That's what this area reminds me of in the background.
See what we did there? We could have wall jumped, but I chose to go the ice beam approach. You can get to a lot of places early game without... ice beam is probably... Really?
Yep.
Wait. That's super missile though. There's a lot of places ice beam can take you before you're supposed to get there. Not that this is really game breaking again. You would have just had to go down a long path that we didn't really want to do.
Nope.
This is another spot where the developers are jerks. This room fills up with lava, and there's a missile right there. And there's also no dot telling you that there's an item in here. It's a hidden one. Not every place with a power-up has a dot. The speed booster. Speed booster is admittedly probably my favorite item in all of Metroid games, next to space jump. Screw Tech is pretty cool. Screw Tech is a good go-to, but Screw Tech's nothing without space jump. I don't know how I froze that guy on the ceiling. That part right there always scared me as a kid.
I mean, when you're young, yeah, those moments can be.
It's a high stress situation. You're like, cool, I can run fast, and the room starts filling with lava. You're like, oh god. I really like how the developers were kind, and it's not just one enemy; it's a whole wall of them, so you can really recharge fast there. Of course, then you get hit by a little pellet or fall in lava.
And fall in lava.
We're not the best here, folks. We're just pretty good. We're gamers with some talent, but not a lot.
We're here to just play a game.
We're here to play some games and maybe do some things that some talented people can do better. Right now we're getting it.
Can do better. You're selling that short. I mean, they could definitely do better.
They definitely do that better than me. So I know we just got Ice Beam before we were supposed to, but now we're going to get another beam before we're supposed to. Here is another grapple point.
You know, hold on. Before you...
Sorry, go back. Go back.
No,
I'll delay. What were you gonna say?
No, this is high. There you go. Going back to the wall face things.
Yeah.
The next time we come across one, and I've always thought of it as like the little spike bumps around it.
Yeah.
What if and like I don't talking about the ones that are on the very front that are clearly spikes. I'm talking about the ones that are on the side. There's 4 of them.
Yeah.
What if those aren't spikes? What if those are his eyes?
Those are possible. By the way, did you notice a creature holds each beam? Spazer's like a weird lizard thing. Wave is like some kind of seal, eel seal maybe. He's got a little chub there. He's got a chub with a tail.
He's holding it up.
Oh, that's his mouth. He's definitely opening his mouth.
He's eating it.
Is he trying to eat it, or is he spitting it out? Either way, we wave now.
Order up.
The aesthetic change to wave when you already have ice is very little. It just does a wavely, which, given its name, it does a wave. And you're wondering, well, what does wave do? Wave is probably the most helpful beam of all. It makes it pass through walls, which doesn't sound huge until you start doing stuff. And if you turn off ice and spazer, it looks really pretty. It looks like health. And it does a little... I mean, it's impossible to aim this at enemies because the awkward nature, but it looks really pretty. That's probably aesthetically my favorite shot in the game.
Yeah, I will say they did upgrade the
Wave
just
spacer.
Plain wave.
Wave spacer looks pretty.
Wave spacer is pretty cool, but they definitely did way better in Fusion with the wave beam.
Oh yeah, wave beam looks great. I always love how ice leaves the little snowflake trail. Very pretty. You're talking about the walls pretty guy?
Yeah. See what I mean?
Oh no, those are assuredly teeth. Because he opens his mouth and it shoots out.
No. Right above the teeth.
Okay, give me a second. There we go.
Right there.
Oh, the little row of things? Maybe those are eyes.
Well, no, if he comes out again, you see him like on the back side, so I guess that might be just like little ridges.
Oh, maybe. Maybe that thing after he comes out a little bit is an eye?
Yeah.
He's got bloody gums. He's got some gingivitis, something fierce.
Oh, yeah.
What are we gonna do next? Oh my god, that's terrifying. You were supposed to come up this way when you, I'm not gonna go back that way right now. We don't need to go that way. We could go kill Crocmire right now, but, we're not gonna do that.
No, we're gonna wait. Because, unlike some of the other bosses in this game, it's not oh, you have to fight him right now.
I mean, he gives us grappling beam, which is really useful. Let's go.
Whoa!
Yeah, it shot up a little bit more than I intended there. We can go do wrecked ship right now without a grappling hook. But let's just go Crocmire. He's a fun little guy. Oh no. Oh, I forgot about I'll get it later. There's a missile over here, but we'll just come back for it. We're not hurting for missiles right now.
Nah.
We found quite a few as is. There's another little recharge room right here, which we don't need, but I'll put it on the map. Got a little random goop hole full of fly monsters that cover our health. Which, thank you developers for adding those rooms in. When I first played this game, obviously I had nowhere near the
Watch out for
the level of ability I do.
little lava face monsters.
Those guys they're actually hands.
No, he's like a little face.
Well, he's got a face, and then he has a
just
little hand. It's like, bah!
Yep. He's like, now take that.
Does he chuck himself?
Well, yeah, probably.
Little fragments of his own being.
Yeah.
Hand pops up. It's like, bam. This is not the way I intended to go. In fact, this is very much not. Yeah, this leads us back up to Speed Booster, which we're not trying to do right now. So we're gonna actually. This room will keep filling up, but it fills real slow. Really real slow. I disagree that hit me. I definitely hit that one though. This leads to Ridley, which we're not trying to do right now.
Nor can we do right now.
Oh no. You know what we can't do though?
What?
We have wave.
We do have wave.
Not supposed to have wave right now, but we have it anyways. Oh no. I've erred. I have erred. This is not the strategy you want to do, folks.
No.
That's not
No.
I started going and I was already committed. Luckily, they throw that in there for you. Very nice of them.
Yeah, they figured if someone's going to be dumb enough to do this, we might as well give them a reward.
I don't know why they would want to reward stupidity, but they sure do. Normally you're supposed to use Speed Booster and come in through the wall this way, but we're doing things all kind of backwards right now. We got items that we're not supposed to have, we're going in directions we're not supposed to have. I'm definitely not doing what you'd say the intended direction are, but notice I'm still not stuck. I'll never be stuck. I'll just go ways I'm not supposed to go before I should go that way.
Correct.
We're gonna leave one of these guys, because as I said, they always drop super missiles. So we're gonna open the door with a super missile and get a super missile. Now we're gonna fight probably my favorite boss ever, who's never appeared in another Metroid game ever. Look at that arm. Look at the little guy. He has no pupils.
No, but I mean, he's a fun little guy.
Yeah. Well, he has infinite HP, which is impressive. He has more health than Ridley and Motherbrain. No amount of missiles can kill this man, which really makes him the ultimate life form. He chose to live in the worst house possible. He should have made his home literally anywhere else, and he could have conquered the galaxy. But he chose to sit here, and you'll see why that was the worst. Really? You gonna block every super missile I shoot?
Every single one.
Wow, that was magical. I read that. And now he has the most violent death in the history of all games ever. It is his skin melting away. It is terrifying. That frightened me very much as a kid. What's more frightening is you see they bubble and you're like, bubble? Is he breathing down there? You follow it, you get to the spike wall. Now, the interesting thing about the boss is his mechanics are you shoot him with a missile, he moves back a little bit, but every once in a while he moves forward, so if you can't fight him, he eventually just pushes you into the spike wall and you die. And then he pops out, and you're probably shitting your pants right now. And then that happens, which is real violent. It's real messed up.
What I love about that is at that point when he breaks through the wall, he is pure skeleton.
Oh yeah, he has the will to live. I'm gonna grab this energy tank real quickly.
Which means currently there's nothing, there's no brain, there's no nervous system. He's just pure skeleton and is able to knock down a rock wall.
Krogmar is legitimately my favorite boss. Like, he's angry, he makes hilarious noises. That arm motion is just a delight to watch.
I'm gonna get your arm.
Get you. And I like how they put a save after the boss fight. You know, because you did all the work, you might as well get that. I did not mean to go back in the door, I apologize. Oh my god, please. Not like this. No, I don't actually... What we're gonna do is we're gonna do this.
I thought you were gonna go back through that door again.
I almost did.
You gonna check the AT menu?
Yeah, no. We don't need to check the turnover right now. These are power bombs also before you're supposed to get power bombs. Mind you, it's not like way before, it's just a little early. You're supposed to come back with a grappling beam, but you get the grappling beam here, so it's just like just a little quicker way to get it.
Suddenly, cat.
Hi, kitty. Shout out to my cat that just popped out of nowhere.
Down goes the acid. And
I'm glad you call it acid, because that's what I've always thought it is. But everyone has like their own name for it. It's just more aggressive lava, but I always assumed it was acid.
I mean it's not, you know, orange like the lava is.
Yeah, it's a different color entirely.
I mean, it's still like, I guess, like it is still in the warm color group, of course.
But you can see
But
it's kind of
like,
bubbly.
It's fizzy. It's like
it's angry soda water.
It's Diet Coke.
It's root beer of pain. It's actually more like if you combined ginger ale with Coke, which would be a fizzy nightmare.
No, the fizzy nightmare would be a ginger ale with a cheerwine.
Oh God, yes.
Cheerwine is the fizziest substance on Earth. Way to go there. You almost had it.
Not the intended strategy. I'm gonna do my favorite move of Metroid history. If you duck, you retain the speed booster you had. Because if you have speed booster, you can do incredible feats of acrobatics, but you can't quite make that jump. But if you are blue and doing speed booster, you hit down, you retain it, and you can do what's called a shine spark, which basically launch an infinite amount to the direction that you were going. It uses a lot of your HP though.
If you hit something, yes.
Well, no, it drains it as you fly.
Oh.
In original Super Metroid, I'll show you. I'll do a vertical one and watch my health.
Oh well, I'll be darned.
Yeah, see.
I guess it's because of the intense velocity.
I don't know. It's, to be fair, flying is painful in the nervous system. I can only assume. It's one of the most gratifying jumps in the game, I think.
Yes.
We got grapple beam. There's a lot of skips you can do. In fact, you can beat the game without ever getting grapple beam. As I've already shown you, you can get a lot of things.
I honestly believe grapple beam is like the most useless thing. It looks cool.
It looks cool. Yeah, it looks. I like the noise it makes. It's all staticky. It's fun. It's fun to swing around. It opens the doors. Not that.
You know what I noticed? Not only Super Metroid, but Super Castlevania also introduced the ability to grapple shit.
Well, what can I say? It's because grappling is super. It's just super.
That was awful, and you know it.
I don't apologize though.
I will say that is the one thing about the grapple beam the one thing about grapple beam that I enjoy is if you see those blocks and you're just sitting anywhere, you immediately just boost straight to it.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not just those blocks actually. Nothing tells you this, but you can do it to these guys.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's how you're supposed to get those power bombs over there. I just got them a little early. But nothing tells you that you can grapple on those, so it's kind of like a secret, but it's not. Did I just roll jump off that?
Yep.
That's completely unintended. Now, of course, is when you're supposed to go get that energy tank, but you can also just, speed boost and run through it. There's a lot of there's a lot of things you can get early by having skill. And I don't know. What am I doing? Never leave a super missile behind. Super missile's the most important asset.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
If this game was made today.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's not where you want to land.
No.
If this game was made today, I mean, you could probably buy super missile recharges for, probably $2.99 USD.
If it was made by EA, of course. Shout out to EA.
Thank you for. We'd like to issue a formal thank you for EA, our sponsor for this second episode.
EA, if you want to sponsor us, we won't talk shit about loot boxes anymore. I'm just kidding. We still will, but I don't appreciate loot boxes. Loot boxes are one of the worst things to happen to gaming, in my humble opinion. Am I gonna?
Oh God!
Oh no!
You did not make that jump.
I've erred 3 times in a row. This is my least favorite room in the game, maybe. The entire game likes rewarding you for not using grappling beam, and then you have to use it right here.
Yeah, you gotta be careful on your last placement there. There you go.
That should be close enough.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Well, turns out that was a fake platform. You gotta fall to your doom.
Oh, that would be the worst. Green means super missile, of course.
Which, you know, that's a dick move to have, like...
A super missile door?
A super missile...
Right after a boss?
Yeah.
Where you've most assuredly used your super missiles?
I mean, it's not even like, you know, the colored door like this. I mean, it's just
a barrier.
It's just like, alright guys, we're gonna have this lift gate right here, but the only way you can open it is if you blast it with the strongest fucking missile we have.
Oh. Shout out to my kitty that wants attention.
Oh.
Now that we've gotten sufficiently upgraded, we got power bombs, we got grapple beam, we got speed booster. We're gonna leave Norfair for now, because the big bad of this place, good old Mr. Ridley, is not. We're not ready to fight him.
No, we're not ready for his neighborhood.
Ridley's house is awful. We could blow up that and open that too, but which is one of my favorite parts of this entire game.
That is true.
It's just
it's a very interesting concept because it's like, where do I go? And because, you know, power bombs will just reveal any hidden thing.
The power bomb is the what do I do button. If you're ever confused at what to do, just power bomb something. It'll most likely show you what to do. See, it's also the way to get through certain doors. Over here is a completely unnecessary item. You don't have to get it. It does nothing for you, really.
Those poor little light bugs.
These guys, they provide light to the room, and if you touch them, they die. Which, woe is them. But, oh no. Not intended. I don't know why I wasn't just doing this the whole... Oh, you dick!
That's why.
Super Missile also breaks open the pink door. But...
Yeah.
So you get this, you're like, oh, bomb, raise it up. This is a neat item that's also in not many other Metroid games. It's in Prime or Prime 2, I believe.
I think it was the first Prime.
I believe it was the first Prime. It's an X-ray scope. It shows you where a lot of secrets are.
Scanning.
It's basically a slow version of a power bomb. Although power bomb doesn't reveal secret rooms per se, it just where am I? Right there. Oh no.
Huh?
That was weird. I was inside of it. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, dicks. No, everything's awful. You're an asshole.
Welcome to the Room of Thorns. This is like the meat grinder room.
Right? Are those like the spikes naturally occurring? Like, why do they exist?
I don't know, because they're clearly metallic.
They're clearly man-made. Why are they here? Did Mother Brain put those here? If so, Mother Brain's not a nice person.
Well, of course Mother Brain's not a nice person.
I mean, it goes without saying, but she just put spikes in places and like, haha, this'll fool any intruders who are trying to find my magical X-ray scope that isn't from my native species. These things are horrifying. They do no damage, but they're very scary. They're very spooky. They freaked me out a lot as a kid.
A lot of things in this game freaked you out as a kid.
Metroid itself is all about spooky atmosphere. And yes, I was very timid. I was frightened a lot. The whole atmosphere behind the Metroid series is spooky. This is where you're supposed to get power bombs for the first time. But we already have them, so we're just getting a little extra.
Nothing wrong with extra.
Yeah, and of course, as I've explained, the game rewards you for trying out your new toy, so you get it and you lay one, and boom goes the entire wall. I didn't mean to X-ray. You get another missile. Most of the time, you're just rewarded with one missile. It's 5 missiles, but you know.
Yeah.
I really like their method of, you got the new thing, try out the new thing for more stuff.
You got a new thing? I guess we can give you some missiles.
Oh my god. What have I done? You know what, Mr. Matt? It's about that time.
Ooh, is it that time?
It is that time. Now that we are equipped with power bombs, we're gonna hop in this door and give it a save, and we'll move on to my least favorite place of. Well, no, Meridian's my least favorite place. The most atmospherically terrifying place of this game, the wrecked ship. So you can look forward to that on the next episode.
Good night for now.
Yeah.